All right, welcome to the Recreation and Council of Services meeting.
Recording in
to order
progress.
At 6:30 PM on 5 November 2025. Carolina, could you do roll call, please?
Commissioners Rosa,
Present.
Bean, Weisskirch,
Present.
Vice Chair Nguyen,
Present.
and Chair White.
And I'm here. We have a quorum. Thank you, Carolina. Today, next up is a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. And I would like to dedicate this moment of silence to show gratitude for all the volunteers that are out doing their next best thing for whatever they see needs to be done. So please stand. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next up, we are going to receive a presentation on the 50th anniversary celebration. Thank you, Drea.
Hi, my name is Drea Diallo. I'm the Recreation Manager. I have a presentation that's going to come up on the screen. It did have music, but I couldn't figure out how to get that music to play. So you guys can sing some tunes along with the video if you'd like. And then, oh, do I have the little... You can go ahead and start. So at our 50th anniversary on October 18th from 12 to 5, we were at Vista Camino, Vista del Camino, right over here in Marina, next to Wells Fargo. And we had a great event, 2,000 attendees, and the average duration of their visit was about an hour long. We had excellent music. We had Sea Level, and then we also had Shannon and the Night Divers, and that was a lot of fun. So we can go to the next, and then you can play that. So this is where you're supposed to sing your tunes. We had Mayor Bruce announce resident nominations, and then we had representatives there presenting proclamations, and we had a photo booth. Those are some of our community members. And then these are pictures of a growing coastal town full of promise. And then early photos of soldiers, families of Fort Ord. And then Marina Today, our senior program at the bottom left, and Wendy Hill, the top. Cars in the Park, our pretty sea plover. And that's our little video. I just want to remind everyone that you can purchase your Marina merchandise. So if you purchase Marina merchandise by the end of this month, you can get 50% off of your order of 3 items or more in one shopping cart. And so we have some beautiful, beautiful mugs. We have bags, and then we have swag. So please go on to scan the QR code to purchase your merchandise. Okay.
All right, thank you, Drea. Caroline, do I need to do anything to acknowledge that Jay is in here now, or do I just keep going on?
I noted on my end.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have special announcements, once again, Drea, on our all-inclusive playground for Reveal Day.
That was just one part of the presentation. And I think full screen would be good. So we have Reveal Day this Saturday. So as we all are pretty much aware of, Reveal Day is going to unveil the all-inclusive playground design that was inspired by the drawings of the Marina children and families. So back in April, if you recall, we went into Marina Vista, J.C. Crumpton and Ione Olson, and about 1,360 something children drew their dream playground for the all-inclusive. And with their drawings, the full reveal will be displayed on Saturday at Vince DiMaggio Park between 11 and 1 p.m. We do have a specific unveiling time of 11:15 a.m. And we'll have sensory space tents, food trucks. We'll have DJ John there with his tunes. We'll have fundraising opportunities and games and an art activity for the children. So we really encourage you to come to Reveal Day to see the 35,000 square foot playground that was inspired by our Marina children and families. And coming up Thursday, November 27th from 11 to 2 p.m., we have the annual Thanksgiving community meal at the Rocky Hahn Community Center. We'll have delicious food prepared by Kona Jerry's Barbecue and also food donated by community partners. And we'll have a DJ there, and we'll just have a lot of good time where family and friends can come together and enjoy a meal.
Okay, do we have any other special announcements?
I do want to state for Coach Ron, we have a punt, pass, and kick coming up on November 8th on Saturday from 10 to 12:30 at the Los Arbos Sports Complex. So please go see Coach Ron, and then you can swing by and see the reveal. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Drea. Next up is communications from the floor. I will now open up the floor for communications for items that are not on the agenda. Is there anyone that would like to speak? Okay, moving forward.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
I
Did
think
did someone stand? Okay,
Wait.
yeah, we'll wait till, we wait till on Preston Park, which is, I believe, probably next. Yes, okay, so I'm closing the floor for commenting. And now we are on to other action items. The commission is going to receive an update on Preston Park, and we're going to listen to Drea again. And then we are going to receive feedback from the community on that same park. So Drea, it's yours.
Go to the slide. And then go to the Preston Park. Okay, so for Preston Park, we know that we have completed phase 1A, which is assessing and upgrading the irrigation as needed, removed 5 trees due to root intrusion into the field, and planted 10 new trees and removed and replaced the infill dirt. So we were hoping to complete phase 1B, but due to contractual information and agreement, we are now moving scope of work from phase 1B to phase 2. Phase 2 is what we would like the community's feedback on tonight. We have tentatively, planned for a playground, expanded parking that will potentially offer about 100 to 150 additional parking spaces. And if you go to the next slide, you can see right here is just kind of like a conceptual design that we're thinking about. That would be improving the upper fields, and then which is phase 1A, phase 1B to this scope of work. And then at the bottom level, we would have 2 baseball fields and also 2 soccer fields. So we would just like, this is not at all locked in. So we would like your feedback and just want to hear what the community desires for this. We do plan on hiring a designer, and that designer will have a community meeting in the spring, which first the designer will present the conceptual, and then it'll give the community another opportunity to come in and say what their suggestions are based on that design.
Okay, so now I will open it up to the floor. Say again? Oh, sorry. Okay, I will now open up for communication from the floor. I ask that when you come up, you state your name for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. And I can already see we have someone coming.
Good evening. I'm Denise Turley. I'm the Vice President of the Tennis Association at Preston and Abrams Park, a job that I have done for too many years. More than 50. So I was really happy to see that information. I did give testimony at last night's city council meeting. I'm not going to repeat it word for word, except to hit the main points, which are in fact, we'll see if this. Okay. So the playground at Preston Sports Complex is in fact different from the pocket parks at Preston Park Residential Community. And I suggested last night that you make that designation because everybody was confused. The pocket parks unfortunately had to be taken out because they were military. They used things like galvanized pipe that rotted, and for safety reasons, it had to go. And it doesn't meet the needs. And since the play structure for the same reason was taken out at the bigger part in the center, and most everybody abuts that park, it's a fair trade to go with the lesser choice, which is one playground at the park that everybody can cross the street and use, rather than some streets being favored by a park outside their door and some streets not. So we're asking for the restoration of the playground. You decide where, you decide what size. And we also ask that we figure out a way to communicate with all city departments, not putting you guys on the spot, but to get information on this was particularly difficult. And so I would like to see that improve. If I have any time left, I would also like to make a comment about music at the, when you guys invite everyone to a big party and the music is deafenizing. It's deafening. It is. I shut down. It's too loud. It's way too loud. When you can hear it a couple of blocks away, it's way too loud. And you have some people that cannot, we have to, when we attend, we have to park two blocks away and all we get to hear is too loud music. We don't get to go into the core and enjoy anything because the music's too loud. And if I put in earplugs, then I can't talk or hear anybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. It's nice to have a face to the voice I always hear at city council meetings. Anyone else?
Hi, my name is Enid Rice, and I'm here with Marina Youth Soccer. The head of our league, Hugo Chavez, is there waving. There's a board member, Christina McNew, another board member, Tim McNew. Marina Youth Soccer serves almost 450 children currently in Marina. We have our very low cost league comparatively that is much less cost prohibitive for families than other soccer leagues in the area. And we are a league that serves both learning soccer skills, but also building character skills. And we were really excited to have Drea come to one of our celebration games. We are really excited about the soccer fields at Preston Park. We are hoping for, we love to give input. We're hoping to find ways, strategies for the park to have turf so that it's safer for our children. And I know Hugo also has other notes, but where we play right now at Los Arboles, we spend especially Tim and Tina and Walter spend about 90 minutes like cleaning up trash and trying to fill holes in the ground. Having just one field means that these kids there's not warming up at the same time. We're also playing at Marina Vista. So it becomes a little bit unsafe for the kiddos. And so here are some of our actual soccer players. And then my neighbor Erica, Marina Woman of the Year, has charts and a vision. So we've actually just done a little bit of our homework, and we're hoping that the commission could consider some options similar to what's in these pictures. We have an all volunteer-based board for both our baseball and soccer leagues in the city of Marina, and it's really hard to have to split up resources. Also, having families split up, this makes it really hard. Sorry, these are two different ones. It makes it really hard for the families to have to run back and forth. There's always parking's an issue and whatnot. So we have come up with some concepts that are something that we're hoping for and can be considered for any of the properties, but these are the existing properties of where we're currently at. This is Marina Vista and this is Preston Park. So these are some options of things that we're hoping for that you can consider so that our kids can play safely in one location at all levels of play that we currently offer in the league and have since roughly 1975-ish. So we're hoping that you can consider something like we have drawn out here. It adds parking, it adds fields, it adds places where families can gather. And this is what we're looking for our city and for the growth of the city. We've been hoping for this for many years. We've brought forth ideas. This is some ideas that you can hang on to. We put it in writing. We've thrown out these ideas to council members at different locations, different very casual conversations. We brought it to the board before, but we're hoping that you guys as the rec commission can actually hear us and see a vision of what we're hoping for and maybe put these ideas into action.
Thank you, Enid. If you could give that to. I just want to say that my granddaughter does play soccer with my son, and I was assistant coach this year. So, anyone else? Okay.
First of all, my name is Hugo Cortez, teacher at Crumpton Elementary, president of Marina Soccer, and high school varsity coach here, obviously at high school. I want to say thank you to all of you for considering building this beautiful complex for softball, baseball, soccer. So we're super grateful and excited that this potentially could be a nice area for the families to enjoy. I know that you're going to be hiring an engineer to do the layouts in the spring, and so we definitely want to be part of it because we run the soccer league. We have over 400 players, and so we kind of have an idea of how to run the program and the things that we need, starting with no gopher infested fields, with maybe turf fields, amenities like parking, restrooms, maybe electrical outlets so we can do festivities out in that same area. So thank you just want to be grateful, say thank you, and we're grateful for this opportunity that might happen in the near future. And we definitely want to be contributing to some ideas so it can be beneficial for everybody. So, thank you.
Thank you. Dre, do you have his contact information? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah.
Hi, my name is Christina McNew, and I'm also a board member with Marina Youth Soccer Association. And I'm really excited that you guys are looking to expand these sports facilities for the kids in our community. As Hugo and Enid said, we have hundreds and hundreds of kids that are they're playing these sports every year, and there's kids we have to turn away because we don't have capacity to serve all of them. We are currently at Los Arboles and Marina Vista, and having the different age levels split up in different areas is difficult for families with multiple children to go back and forth. But also there's something really special about the young kids being able to watch the older kids and be a part of the whole spectrum of play and have the older kids to look up to. What we do try to have special family event days and occasions, and it's nice to also we have to right now do 2 separate sets of activities for each field. The fields, as you know, are very sad. And so it'd be nice to have those fields improved. And I think in our climate, turf is probably a more expensive outlay, but over time it's going to be less upkeep and less water, which is important in our community. Another aspect that would be really great to have at the fields besides bathrooms would also be a source of potable water. We have so many plastic bottles like littering the fields all the time. And if we had somewhere where we could fill up coolers of water and encourage the kids to reuse water bottles, that would be really great as well. And I also want to say, as far as like Preston Park and doing the baseball fields, I understand if we have a combined park, that, may be what we get. But I think ideally we have such large communities on either side that having separate facilities might be a better way to go, because there's so many kids, and the idea is we want to provide the services we have now, but also expand to be able to have different academies throughout the year possibly. And if we're sharing those facilities with baseball, little league, softball, I think we're gonna end up having conflict down the road because everybody's gonna want time on those fields. And one of our sons also plays in Seaside at Catino, and I see how that park also gets impacted with having to share the fields. So anyways, that's just some of my thoughts on it. And thank you very much for hearing us out tonight.
Thank you, Christina.
Hi, I'm Stephen Bailey. I'm the president of Marina Youth Baseball and Softball. I coached in the soccer league to start with soccer. It's an amazing program. My kid plays there. He just played his last year there. Amazing people running it. They deserve everything you're asking. Now let's talk about baseball and softball. We had 311 players last year, plus our Champions League. Our Champions League is for kids with disabilities, mental or physical. You come, you register for free, you get a full season of games every Saturday, first game, Champions game. Our players, they volunteer, they give back to the community. So that's just one part of the program. It is very important that it's safe. I give the city credit and Andrea Diallo. They did do phase 1. Gopher holes stopped. Whatever the saline or whatever you're putting in helped. They do have refillable water bottle stations up there now. That was part of it. So that was amazing because for the first year, I didn't have to go out there and fill holes of gopher holes and play whatever that whack 'em. Because we actually had players do it before, hit the gopher, kill them. So credit to you. But we're going to have over 450 players this year. We're growing alongside soccer. Soccer was bigger than us. We work together. We support them. They support us. We needed lights for the fields, for the All-Stars. They came up with lights, let us use them. So it's a community that works together. I think those baseball and softball fields would be good. Turf would be amazing. You don't have a place for anybody who's 13 and 14 that's a male to play baseball in Marina. I tell you that because they're playing at Los Arbados. We had to buy a $2,000 net that would be put up so that we could avoid issues with lawsuits. But still, the softball at Marina High gets priority, and that's fine. But you do not have a place, a proper field for that age group. And that's an issue because those are the most likely to get into trouble. I was the kid who had all the time to get into trouble. And I will be honest about that. So somebody had to help me. Somebody that was Ron in another city. Don Mothershead in PG. So I had nobody looking out for me. I was just doing things. I want to make sure those kids don't have that opportunity. So it is important that there's a pony-sized field, 13 and 14-year-olds, so that they can play in Marina and not have to have all away games like we had one year. Or just for people to play in Seaside because they have Catino. Now, Catino, when they run their little league together, Soccer and baseball, it doesn't run cohesive. They're not seeing eye to eye. They'll jump, the soccer's jumping on right as baseball's hitting balls. In Marina, we can work together. We're a family. We'll make it work. All we're asking is that you put in investment to the kids, that we're willing to work with you. If you need anything from us, we'll come. We'll show up. Mike Mass needed those fences up. Baseball showed up. All he had to do was ask. We were there within a day. We care about each other. We want these kids to get everything they need. It is unsafe. My son got hurt this weekend on a field. So I understand how unsafe it is. Those potholes are ridiculous. I don't know if you guys understand this, but at Los Arbolos, the lower field, it has old glass that was put across the bottom. Every once in a while, that glass comes up and cuts somebody. Or most of it's dull. Sometimes it cuts somebody. That's the best field they have. I don't think that's acceptable because there's 400 kids running up and down that field, hitting potholes, glass. You can go a city over and they give them a nice turf field. And you guys are better than them. I know that. Being a part of this community, I fell in love. I've been here for 6 years on the board for baseball. Before that, I was with soccer as a coach. All right, thank you.
Hello, good evening. Commission, Chair, Commissioners. This is going to come to City Council. So tonight I'm only speaking as an individual, not a representative of that body. And I'm going to state to the generalities, not the specifics, which I'm sure we'll talk about at City Council. But at the City Council level, dollars are more limited than we thought they were going to be several months ago. So we're looking for many millions of dollars to complete the projects already ongoing. And so it's going to be tough slogging from here on to do new things. And I wanted to give a little bit of history so everyone knows in the room. There was not too many years ago, soccer and before that, baseball used Gloria Jean Park. And those two groups were told, we need Gloria Jean Park for other things, Gloria Jean Tate Park for other things, but we're going to give you some new fields over at Dune City Park on former Fort Ord. And then when those plans were finalized, the ball fields were taken out and the same groups were told, we're going to go over to Preston Park. So they're feeling that bait and switch. And so Preston Park and whatever we come up with next, if there's something in addition to Preston Park, should really be the final resting spot for where ball fields go. Not that we should move them again somewhere else and probably be years more down the road. Each time we shift them, they have to wait a few more years for the next place to get going. The other point I wanted to make is that this is all tied into what was new to me till I learned recently into school attendance. And in Marina, especially between Seaside, Monterey, and Marina, Marina has the worst school attendance. And the principals and other administrators looking at the Marina learning community are telling us that that's because now they've looked into family by family that's having trouble getting their chronically absent kids to school is because the kids don't feel belonging, they don't feel connected, and there's other problems too. But one of the biggest issues is before school, after school, kids don't feel safe. And so these sports groups, as some of you know, if you played sports and you're a kid, they give you friends that you go to school with, that you look forward to going to school with, and they have they give you a sense of belonging, a sense of connection that lets you feel safe before and after school. And there's a lot of initiative that's going to go into trying to make school a better place so that kids might even want to go to school if they didn't have to go to school, which is a very high aspiration. But it starts with getting kids rooted in their community, feeling a sense of connectivity and belonging so that they will want to go to school a lot more than they do now. And these groups, especially because they have so many hundreds of kids in each of these soccer and baseball, softball groups, they are seeing a lot of our families and their coaches can help infuse in them a desire to go to school and that school value. So these sports go, as I'm sure you all know, far beyond the playing fields, and they reach into our schools and attendance, and that gives the school more money to give better programs. Better programs prepare the kids for having better lives that they want when they get a little older. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Lila. I'm in 5th grade. I really enjoyed Marina soccer. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I do think that the soccer fields were kind of a piece of work. Like they had gopher holes and potholes, and I literally saw some gophers, which I don't think like professional soccer has, and it's not as important, but still like Marina Youth Soccer is for building character, and we should be able to have like a much better playing field than just something that you can like trip in and get hurt, because that's not the point at all.
Well said, Lila. Anyone else? All right, I will close public comment and open comment for commissioners. Anyone have anything they want to say, comment, ask?
I do. For the minute.
For the baseball park for the males, will Preston Park suffice if they put that in, or is that still not an adequate space?
You can make it.
Okay, I'm just,
Can you answer? Yeah. Because we're recording it, we have to have this.
Yes, I can give you the dimensions, but there is room down there. We're willing to just do it ourselves if you guys. Yeah, there's enough room down there. They need a 240 feet fence, I believe is the minimum, but I can send exact dimensions to Andrea or whoever wants it.
would you consider that the best spot to fit that, or is there another location you guys are?
Lower Preston would be the best. And then
Lower
It
Preston?
would be so big that it would be perfect for for soccer also. If you really wanted to get into it, the upper fields could be U8, U6 fields. The lower fields could be the big one and other things. You could work it out so it's all work together. Oh, these are our other board members, by the way.
Okay,
This is
Thank
our
you.
treasurer. Okay.
Ma'am, could I ask you to come up to the microphone?
So these folks are designed to accommodate, these are going to be for your younger levels. This is going to be a softball field that actually can work for everything up to adult softball. And then this field is going to be a full size, not a professional level, but it's got the 80-foot bases and it has the foul line and also the baseline up to the outfield. That is sufficient for, I think it's 287 is the dimensions for the baseball field. And that's enough for all kids to play all the way up through high school. So that one, not high school level, because they have the Marina High School for that, but up to the high school level. All of this covers any child that wants to play from this 4-year-olds all the way up to Bronco 13, 14-ish and pony. So that would cover it if this design went into play, and this is that lower level that extends all the way through, but those are the dimensions and they do fit. That's a Google Earth image, so they will
Thank
fit.
you.
Thank you. I had also asked that you make sure she has the dimensions that way. Okay.
I wanted to make it clear also, there is no official softball field in Marina. Not one for the girls. So Title IX, I don't know, but we do not have an official one. And my huge push this year is softball. It's going to be our fastest growing part of our program. They need a field, the girls, and I think that helps.
And if I'm correct, you guys are all using the sports complex, right? Because there's not a full, or are you guys using a baseball field at Marina High?
Currently, during the fall, we're using Los Arbalos. Baseball is the baseball part, and they're using lower Los Arbalos where the
Okay.
football/soccer part is. And
Okay.
we use Preston. They use Preston for practices, the lower field during their regular season.
Okay.
Anyone else on the commission have any questions or comments?
I have a couple of questions. Can you pull up the presentation again? With the image of the field? So, on the design on the left, where the baseball fields and the soccer fields are being shared, where do the goals go? Because it appears that the inner field of the baseball and one of the soccer goals are still there, but it does not appear that there's sufficient storage to move the goals out of the way.
This is just an example of showing you that we can have baseball and soccer on the same platform. So this is not specific to exact specifications.
So
That
this
makes
is
sense.
just conceptual.
This is
that
just conceptual,
In theory, they
just
could
in
share
theory.
the same
Mhm.
fields, but
Yes,
they're not the actual design.
right. Mhm.
Okay.
In the center of this complex is a building. All right. It has on the lower soccer, and I believe junior giants uses the lower building. You could definitely push them in there, or you could use other areas in the middle right there. There's a whole area where you can push them to the side. It's not a big deal. You can store them there.
All right, anybody else in the commission? All right, I thank everybody for coming. We really appreciate it. And definitely we'll make sure you guys get the word when we are ready for the designer to show the conceptual so that everybody can have some feedback into it. Make sure Drea has your contact information so that she can do the big stuff because she's the big worker over there. I know, she's great. I like her too.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we'll move on to, we are going to receive an update on Dune City Park.
Yes, happy to bring that back up. Thank you. Right there.
Sure, it's okay. So for the Dune City Park, 100% design will be provided by the end of January 2026. And the project will go out to bid in February, and the bid opening will be March 27th. And we'll have a tentative construction start of May 2026. That the original plan was to construct a basic park with grass and trees and to install the infrastructure to support full amenities to be constructed at a later time. However, staff are pushing to identify funding to construct most of the planned amenities within the first phase. Once additional funds are identified, staff will be taking a budget amendment to council and move forward with the amenities shown in the exhibit. And if you go to the next slide, this is the exhibit of City Park at the Dunes. So our all-inclusive playground, which is that larger blue space, that community build will be tentatively starting in the fall of 2026. So for the City Park at the Dunes, phase 1 is parking and 4 tag bike trail, formal arrival experience with just a walking path, sports courts, a great lawn, covered gathering areas, and a restroom, and the all-inclusive playground, fitness court, and memorial garden. Phase 2 is additional parking, an amphitheater stage, shared seat walls with architecture curves, overflow seat walls, upper view terrace with dining tables, and then an overlook bar height tables and restroom and concession building. And that's on the next slide. That would be the phase 2 amphitheater. So these are just for you to view. You can provide your feedback, but we will be tentatively starting this construction, May 2026.
Okay, Drea, and moving to an update on Sea Haven Park.
Yes, so the update on Sea Haven Park, that'll be on the next slide. Okay. So we're going to present an amendment to the Planning Commission on November 13th. And then we will take that and present it to City Council for final approving of the amendment on December 2nd. That project will go out for bid December 2025, and the tentative construction will start in the spring of 2026. So the original agreement, Sea Haven developer was responsible for the park construction. The city is now taking to planning commission an amendment, and the city will take over the construction of the park. And I have just some pictures of the park. This is the conceptual design, and then if you continue on, the playground. Sorry, let me take my glasses off. So we initially had four pickleball courts. We're going to be adding 4 additional courts, which would make a total of 8 pickleball courts at Sea Haven. And then if you go to the next slide, you can see the this playground is going to be 11,630 square feet, and this is just the picture of the pirate ship that we're going to have there. And then the next is an overall of the playground. And that is it.
All right. Moving on, next we have commission comments, reports, and information. Do any commissioners have any comments to add for the evening? Go ahead, Gina.
I do. On Friday, we will be having ribbon cutting ceremony for the mural. I can't see it, gosh. And everyone is invited. We're gonna do a chalk mural, chalk drawings on the ground. Kids, all the school kids are invited. Parents are invited too. It will be at 3:30 for the ribbon cutting across the street from the skate park. I don't know if you've had a chance to see the new mural that just went up. The artist will also be there. He's gonna introduce himself, ask questions, and all the kids can take part in creating art around Los Arbos School. It'll take place around the art room, and there will be food trucks as well.
Okay, anyone else? All right, what's next? Okay, so next, if there is there any other business? Do you have any other, all right, so thank you everyone for being here. Our next meeting is January 7th, 2026. If there are no objections, we will now adjourn the meeting.
Can I just say thank you to everyone for coming tonight?
I know,
And
absolutely.
speaking. It means a lot for us, and it means a lot for us to all work together and to hear all of your feedback. So thank you.
All right, our meeting is adjourned at 7:12 PM. Thank you.